Every society has a belief system that guides them and actually gives them direction. Whenever they are saying about something, they know that there is an entity that will actually help them in tackling some of the things that are happening in the society. And also these extraterrestrial beings that they believe they exist actually help them in making some of the decisions. And they pray to these entities believing that at the end of the day, these things are going to give them solution about what is exactly happening. That's why you'll find out that each and every society has a mystery story about a certain entity, and some of the places which are forbidden, some of the places which are haunted, they have never been visited because some people believe that maybe these places have certain things that people are not allowed to access. This thing cuts across different societies, different communities, different cultures. It has existed for a long time. Each and every generations are told about the existence of these things, these mystery stories, the existence of some entities that have really affected how people operate in the society. In this video today, we are going to discuss some of the mystery stories, the existence of some of the entities that are found in our communities and how they believe if they exist or not. These stories are also referred to as legendary stories. You may not exactly believe that they exist, but these are stories which are passed down to different generations, and people who say that these stories actually happen, they believe that really these things have happened a time in history, and they hold on to that, believing that in a way it is guiding the community in a certain direction that they should be following. In this video, we're going to talk about some of these stories and how they have affected how people relate to each other in society, and the existence of some of these religious things, how they have affected the belief system of different society. Make sure you watch this video up to the end, because we are also going to learn a lot of things about some of these evil spirits and if they exist or not. Make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel, because I'm looking forward to post more of these videos. Kindly take your minute and subscribe to this YouTube channel. First legendary story that exists in the society is the American legendary story about this musician who was said to have met the devil at the crossroads, and he actually signed a deal with the devil. This musician is called Robert Johnson. He actually met the devil at the crossroads, and this is a story that has been told during the ancient times up to the current time. Many people have said that actually this thing happened and this musician met the devil at the crossroads, and this musician handed a guitar to the devil, and the devil tuned this guitar, and this guitar actually helped this musician to be famous and to have a lot of money. It's really a mysterious story that nobody can really understand if it really happened or not. He really trended during the ancient times in the year 1930s, and he was born in 1911. He actually stayed for only 27 years and then he passed. The story may be true or may not be true, because this is just a legendary story, and many generations have found this story to be a continuous thing that has existed for a long time. Let's go to the next legendary story, and it's about the black-eyed children. This is actually an American legendary story. Many people have said that whenever they are in their cars, they are actually traveling, there are these two kids who come and they pretend that they actually want a ride from a certain place going to another destination, and this thing has really trended in the American history. When they stop you, they actually demand that you can give them a ride up to a certain particular place. When you see in the eyes of these children, you'll find out that their eyes are not normal. You'll find out that their eyes are actually black. You'll actually wonder, like, are they real human beings or they are just some mysterious creatures? The story is really dominating the streets of America. Should take precaution, because they may not know exactly if these kids can really harm them, or maybe they can enter into a certain trap, because they lure you into believing that these are actually good people who want to be driven up to a certain point. There was a journalist in the year 1996 who said that he actually encountered these kids. This journalist was in the car actually planning some of the things that he could actually do the next day, and also figuring out what he could do when these two kids appeared in the window of the car and actually demanded that they want to go to a cinema because they are running late. This journalist actually wondered what was really happening, because these kids were talking to him, but the rate at which they were talking to him, it was really fascinating, because the voice that these kids were producing was not normal. This journalist saw in the eyes of these kids and found out that their eyes were not normal, and that's why he was so much curious. When he actually realized that these kids were not normal, he decided to drive his car away away as fast as possible. The story has really dominated all over the world, and many people believe that whenever you encounter these kids who demand that they want to go to somewhere, you should actually be very much careful. Another legendary story that exists in the Philippines about this demon that actually takes a form of a baby to attract a passerby. Whenever this demon has changed into that baby, it will actually start crying like a baby. When you pass through that particular place, maybe it is a forest or maybe it is a house which has been left, you'll hear the sound of a baby crying, and you'll actually want to go to where this sound is coming from, because you'll feel that this baby actually needs to be rescued. When you go to where this sound is coming from, you'll find out that this baby will change into a snake, and this snake will come and bite you. Actually, that's how the Philippines believe that when you hear the sound of this baby crying in the midst of the jungle, or this baby is crying in a haunted place, you should not go to that particular place. They refer to this demon as a Tayanak. Let me ask you one question. Do you believe that these stories are true? And whenever you hear these stories, what can you say about them? Can you comment and say maybe these things are happening and how they are affecting how people believe? You are hearing about this information, yes, but there is nothing you can do about it. But just to accept this how people believe, and you go forward believing that actually when these things are happening in the society, and also when many people are believing about this thing, then you should actually realize that there might be some truth about how they exist and how they handle these things. So whenever you pray, you're actually chasing this demon that has taken this form of a baby to lure you. Whenever you walk with these religious things like rosaries, whenever you walk with these religious materials, they can really help you to defend the devil. And maybe when you mention the word Jesus, like when you put a prayer, mostly they talk about Christianity in a way that it has gone against some of these evil spirits. If you are from Philippines, if you are from America, you can actually comment if you have ever heard of these stories that exist in the society, and what can you say about them. There is also this misery story about the Superstition Mountain found in Arizona. This mountain has been a source of many stories about its existence, and it is said that there is gold in this mountain, but no one dares to go to that place because everyone who has attempted to go and pick this gold which was hidden at that mountain, it disappears mysteriously. It is said that in this Superstition Mountain, there was gold that was hidden there by this Dutchman who died a long time ago. And that's the story that is existing about this Superstition Mountain. I can't forget this story about a woman who waits men who have just come out from a club or a party and ask them if she can get a ride up to a certain place. Actually, this woman stops at a nearby cemetery, and when she stops at that cemetery, she mysteriously disappears and she is nowhere to be found. Until many drivers who have carried this woman wonder, why is it that this woman disappears and never found again? It was actually said that this woman was hit by a running vehicle. This incident mostly happens in Chicago. Many people have claimed that they have met this woman in one way or the other, but most of them cannot tell exactly how it happened. So actually guys, thank you for staying up to the end of this video, and make sure you subscribe. Every time I post a video, you can also be notified. Make sure you click the notification button, and I'm looking forward to post more of these mystery stories, the ancient stories, actually everything I'll be posting on this YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe, and don't forget to like and share my videos. Love you guys.